Hi everyone, it's a pleasure to be here today. My name is Kayla Carroll and I'm a master's student in the Department of Folklore. And I'm here today to talk about a field school that I completed with 6 other students in September of this year. I'm jointly presenting this today on behalf of myself and another student. I'm at the top there, obviously. I'm from the Northern Peninsula of Newfoundland. I did my undergraduate studies here at Memorial. And I'm also presenting on behalf of Christine Blythe. She's from the States, from Florida. So the field school, this was the second year that it was run by the Department of Folklore. And it was introduced as a way to get students out in the field and learn research techniques. So this year it was based in Vidi Village, and it was a joint project between the Department of Folklore, the Heritage Foundation, the Vidi Village Foundation, and the City of St. John's. And so this is just a couple of pictures of some stages that we took. So one of the things that when we first arrived in Quidi, we were interested in looking at how the village has changed. So the theme was kind of the old with the new. So we kind of took it upon ourselves to analyze and look at some of the changes that were happening, all in the context of learning folklore research techniques. So here you see the top right picture. We kind of call this the monster house, because it's this big looming house. If you've been in Quidi, you would have noticed it. And to us, it was kind of reminiscent of how Quidi Village is so near the City of St. John's, and how a lot of the changes that have happened in the city have impacted the village. But then the picture right on the bottom of that lovely stage is Danny McInnes' stage. It's basically exactly looks like his father's stage that was there for years, and he's been working on it for several years with the help of some of his friends to make it look exactly like his father's stage. The picture there on the left is an old church that now is lived in by Aidan Duff and his wife. So the outside he's restoring to look like the old church, but the inside is redone. So we saw examples of how things were completely changed, some were changed a little, and some had a little give and take there. Some of the technical things that we learned through the field school were audio and visual recording techniques, interview techniques. We also learned how to measure and draw buildings, and achieving and digitizing data. So we really had a very busy week. So it was a 3-week course. It was a pretty hands-on, day in, day out sort of thing. Something that we really learned, the intangible that we learned, was in working together. So Christine and I kind of met on the first day, like everyone, and we, in our introduction to the field school, Dr. Poshis kind of told us, and we weren't really sure if he was being serious, but I'm pretty sure that he was, that if we couldn't, walk down the street in Vidi and just start talking to somebody, that we weren't in the right field. So I think Christine and I took this quite seriously, that we wanted to make sure that we made the right choice. So on the first day, we decided to team up a little bit and to work off one another's knowledge. So we kind of dubbed this insider-outsider thing. We're all insiders and outsiders in our own various ways. But what Christine and I really learned was that we had something interesting in that we were similar in age and interest, but we had enough knowledge to really kind of, make connections with people. So for example, Christine was really interested in the food fishery. And we would just be walking around, and I would have the knowledge a little bit on what to start to say to people, and then people would recognize my accent, and we'd start talking, and then they'd turn to Christine, and then when they found out she was from Florida, and wanted to know what the heck she was doing in St. John's, Newfoundland, we really got to make strong connections with people. So here Christine is learning how to fillet cod, and she also lucked into getting 3 fresh fillets for herself and her family for dinner. And here we are being treated to a meal of cod tongues. Christine and I really wanted to get to talk to this couple in the community. We really wanted to work with them. So I used my sort of knowledge about cod tongues to get us there for dinner. And then Christine, who really didn't like the texture, I also used my knowledge that bread is a staple in most meals. So I was bold enough, I guess, to ask for bread with the meal so she could kind of finish, not be rude, and get to eat the rest of the cod tongues by using that knowledge. So this has just been a very short overview, but here's the group of us that worked together. And we all had different backgrounds academically in our undergraduate. We all came from different places. We all had our own various information, but what we really learned was how we could work together and to come together at the end of the day and in the mornings and share the knowledge that we learned by working in Quidi Vidi and the people that we had met, and to help each other and to guide ourselves in the process of fieldwork. So what we really learned from this field school was in the importance of just going up and talking to somebody on the street, and the importance of giving back to the community. A lot of the field drawings that we did we're actually going to turn into a booklet that will be presented back to the community. So what I really learned and took from this is the importance of working with the people. This I guess relationship that you build that's kind of reciprocal, and that what you get from people you get to put back into the community as well. So, all right, thank you very much.